And welcome, crazy pedal people that want the really crazy pedal from Gamechanger Audio. If you are in the market for one of the auto pedals, like the auto reverb, the auto delay, the Ottoman Empire, or the auto chorus, it's called auto chorus, but it's got ensemble and flange. It's the auto mod, maybe. If you're in the market for one of these, then you should very much watch my initial video, which is long and probably boring and complex, which explains exactly how these work and what they do, because I cannot repeat this 3 times. I would go insane. It was probably an hour. So if you want to know what it does with dynamics and pitch tracking and all that stuff, you're going to see it in action in this video. We're going to go through some of the recommended settings, which is a starting point for you to have fun with it. But I cannot possibly explain everything in detail again. So please watch that video. That will shed some light on what you see in this video. Otherwise, you're going to say, why is he sticking cables in the pedal? For the setup. Oh no, I can't set it up. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Obviously, as we always do, because we have nice cameras and apparently too much time on our hands, here's some nice product shots. So we're talking about the setup. I'm going mono into the pedal in the back, and that goes out stereo into the Enigmatic from Universal Audio, a nice Dumble style modeler, which goes stereo into the Apollo X4. So we can get the full stereo-ness mono in, but it has stereo in, by the way. And then there's, of course, the tracking input, which we're not using because we're going in clean. If you're going in with a drive signal, you want to make sure you use the included splitter. But again, all of that in the actual explanation video. We are just going through some of the recommended settings and try to find out and explain what's going on there. I think I wrapped my head around what these things do and how they work. However, I will get stumped by some of it. First, we're going to go and use it as a standard pedal. Oh, by the way, this is a Henry's classic. I've never seen a Strat style guitar with a Olympic white, creamy kind of body, cream pickups, cream knobs, cream switch tip, cream, and then a cream pickguard without any black around it. And there's none more cream than this. It also sounds pretty damn good, and it's only $6.99. Available at Henry's. So we're going to turn it on and use it as a chorus. And as you can see, it's got level, rate, depth, feedback. We know those controls. And you can have the level as an input into the chorus. How much are you pushing it? As a wet, meaning how much are you mixing it in? The guitar always is fully dry in there. Or as a wet, dry, meaning this would be completely dry. This would be completely wet without the guitar. the dry signal, but with a modulation that doesn't make an awful lot of sense because the effect comes from the dry signal being one pitch and the modulation pitching around it. So having only wet makes little sense. Now, the waveform right now is a sawtooth. We're going to go to sine. You can get the rate up to actual audible signals. So you're hearing the actual guitar pitch, but then the pitch of the modulation is so fast that it goes into audible territory and gets mixed in. Leslie would call this... Leslie, what do you call this again? What was the word you like to use for this?
Noise.
Noise. Thank you. What do you mean noise? Like noise?
No.
No?
I don't talk like that.
I talk like that. Ensemble. Now we are on wet. Very nice and more subtle, and then flange. Okay, so that's that. And now we're going to look at possible dynamics and pitch tracking options, because this is what it does. Ducking ensemble, either in sum or alt. Okay, and it'll. When you play louder, there'll be no modulation. Okay, So what we'll do is set this at a certain level. Then we're going to take it all the way down. So once we hit the threshold of the dynamics, it will take this down. We will patch this dynamics into the level, right? Because you have the inputs for level, rate, depth, and feedback up there, and 2 dynamics control voltage outs and 2 pitch control voltage outs. We make sure we're on some. We're going to teach it the level of my guitar. You can see right there, that's the threshold, and I'm playing under the threshold. We have to turn auto on, otherwise it doesn't do anything. And the others, let's see, depth. And now technically, let's be on fast, because then we hear the effect quicker because it doesn't ramp up to it. So I'm digging in, no ensemble. I let go. A very simple and absolutely usable use of this pedal. However, and I've said this in other videos, if you use it like that, then that's the way it's set up, that's the way it's patched, that's the way it's dialed in and calibrated. Likelihood is that's what that pedal does for your gig. In a studio situation, you're going to repatch it and do different things. Better take down notes or take pictures with your phone, because if you need to record a part again, you need to find those settings again. That's a very cool ducking situation. It's ducking cool, that's what that is. Rising rate. So that will be a chorus with a sine wave, and the rate will go up once I hit my threshold. It'll go that kind of self-oscillator thing. I think I got it, but we're not going to hit the fast, but we're going to use the rise setting because we don't want to jump to it. Going to start all the way down here, all the way up here, or at least all the way up. So now I'm going to patch into rate. We are on sine, chorus. Oh, I was on flange, not on ensemble. Who cares? Then it was a ducking flange. That is set up where we had it before. Maybe a little bit down. So what did I do there? Quick recap from the original video that you hopefully watched. Those are my rise rates. And this one was too high, so it took too long to go up to the rate so that we could really hear it quickly, okay? Let's do that more drastic. I want it even faster. Let's tweak that. Threshold. Now I'm not really getting there. Let's quickly calibrate that again. Oops. Also quickly calibrated my pitch to my favorite A. Okay, so we got that. Moving on. Talking flange. Go to flange, okay? Go all the way up in level. Get that down. Get that a little bit positive into the rate. All the way feedback. All the way depth. And, we want to jump to it, and when we reach the threshold, so we're gating it. So as soon as we reach the threshold, we go way up. And then if we go under the threshold, we go back down. You can clearly see that this is triggering going in there. The lights are very helpful. Oh, it's okay. All dynamic. Animated vibrato. Oh, we're patching 3 things. I'll set it up and then I'll try to explain. Okay, this is... What? It's in alt mode, but then I don't know why it's patched, so maybe I don't understand this correctly. And we are on rise, and dynamics will go both into the level, meaning it'll take the level down, and also into depth up a bit. I get that. Don't quite understand the alt. No, it jumps to this and this immediately when I turn it on. So those are the off levels, those are the on levels. Again, don't know why they have to be patched. And then the pitch goes to rate, which increases slightly. But I don't know, and that's set to octave, but I'm confused now, but okay. Okay. I don't get it. The next one I think I do get, it's called targeted mod. Let me explain while I patch what I think is going on. We're taking the pitch, which I have set to my middle A, into depth. We're taking depth all the way down and all the way up. So once I'm at a certain pitch, depth should jump up. I'm pretty sure we're over here. Yes, we are. That's not relevant. and we're going up a little bit, which means it's around a target note, which in this case is my A. Taking another one and taking that to feedback, which is also all the way down and all the way up. So we should have no depth and no feedback, even though we're all the way up here on level. So that should be pretty straightforward. So that red stuff on the right is where we have the effect, technically. No, we have it opposite. We have it not there. Wait a second, why? I'm in alt mode. Gotta be in some mode. Okay, no effect here. Or very little. And here, you can see right here that I'm under the red shit, and here I'm above the red shit. Obviously, we can make that less severe. So only in this range will we have modulation, or literally only on that note. You can see the red lights when it triggers. Or gradually above that note. No modulation here. Very usable, although right now probably set up a little bit too much. We get another complicated one, ring mod follow. So we're taking pitch into rate. So likely, depending on how we have set this up, the higher we play, the faster it'll go, right? So rate is rather fast, but we're also going past it by boosting it even more. That's fine. Depth is low and high. We're taking dynamics into depth. So the harder I play, the more depth will be there. And also pitch into feedback. So we will get more feedback the higher we play. And it's set to the octave setting. Let's see what happens. I have to dig in a bit, otherwise we don't have depth. higher I play, the quicker it will also go, because you can see that pitch is tracking into or controlling feedback as well as rate. So you can see here dynamically I'm always above the threshold now. I mean, I could come up with so many more things. You could have digging in and it rises to a bigger depth for the chorus. That's actually relatively easy. Let me quickly show you this. I mean, it's impossible to go through everything because the possibilities are endless. But if we just set all this stuff up, go dynamics, into depth, depth is at 0, it'll go up with rise, we'll make it something noticeable, and here we go. Let's go to ensemble. I actually also want that to happen to level, because I want the level to be down. Oh look, once you start working with them, you know exactly what happens. Clean. You can do this with flange, which is probably even more drastic. So that's rise. What if we jump directly to it? Or we'll gate it to go back and forth. I'm already noticing you have to spend quite some time with the auto pedals to stumble over some very useful settings, and also then have ideas in your head, oh, I want this, and then know how to get there. This is not you get it and it's immediately going to be a revelation of possibilities. You have to read the manual and really be an experimental musician. And I applaud Gamechanger Audio for being that. Let's see, make it big if you're still there. Let's see, are you still there? Oh, you're still there. Barely, huh? Get it, don't get it. If you didn't understand what was happening, please watch the original video of me explaining how this thing works and what it does. There will be another one for the reverb. I've already filmed the one for the delay. With reverb, I have a feeling it's probably going to be less subtle, but maybe not. Have big swells on certain notes and then nothing on others. That could be cool. Lots of reverb up here, no reverb. I'm already getting excited. That video is coming. Links below to all applicable stores. Please use them. That supports the channel. Thank you, Gamechanger Audio, for commissioning this video, and animals at the end.